Alright, YouTubers, this is my second time of boiling down maple sap, my second day, not in a row, but anyway, the first day I was using just that canner, the big canner, which took forever to get it up to simmer, and I needed to burn a lot of wood and everything. Now I have two roasting pans, and as you can see, I've only had the wood going for just a little while, and they're already at simmer. And they are evaporating very well. So I think this will work much better. I also improved the little burner with a couple extra bricks and some slate to keep the heat focused more towards the center instead of having it spill out the sides. So so far it's working good. And as the day wears on and this boils down, I just keep adding a little bit of sap at a time. You know, a couple cups at a time to keep the simmer going, but you want to keep adding your sap in there and condensing it and making it thicker as you go. Working good, as you can hear, it's sizzling too. The bubbles. Yeah, working good. Definitely the way to go, I think. Well, I started this about 9 a.m. It's about 2 p.m. Just been boiling these all day, simmering them along. You want to see this nice steam coming off here. These two wider pans work way better than the canner, and I've gone through a lot more of my sap faster. It evaporates faster, and I just keep adding more as I go along. And you can't really, I probably can't see it on the camera yet, but it is getting a little bit more golden and stuff. And there is, you know, you can see there is a little bit of ash and stuff like that. This other stuff is just scum that happens when you boil the sap. And when you go to strain it out, I'll use several layers of cheesecloth to strain out, and it'll strain out almost all of that. So you won't have any particles in your syrup and stuff. And there are other better filters, but again, I'm doing this on as low budget as possible, and cheesecloth is cheap. So anyway, still going at her. You'll probably see it now with the steam coming off. It is a little bit more golden. And this one more so. And it already has a really sweet taste to it. So it's going good. Well, it's getting towards the end of day 2. We started getting a little bit of rain out, and that slowed the process down. It was starting to cool everything down a little bit, so I decided to call it and finish up these pans. The two pans worked much better than the canner, these shallower pans, the roasting pans. And with the larger one, we decided to, the smaller one would boil up faster and break down quicker. So when that gets hot, we dump it into this one, and this is just condensed. This just keeps condensing and condensing down. So this is more or less raw sap that gets up to temperature and starts to boil down a little bit. And then when this is, they're up to temperature, we'll dump it in here to keep it from getting too hot. But right now it's getting a nice golden hue to it. And it tastes wonderful. So that's where we're going, and then from here I take it inside and I put it in the jars, and I'll try to show you a little bit of that. It's pretty hectic and chaotic. You're trying to keep your syrup up to a decent temp, and then ladle it into another container with cheesecloth over it, and you know, get the lid on the jar and so forth. So I'll try to show you a little bit of that, and I'll definitely show you how much I got left over or got finished with. And I hope this information has been helpful for anybody who wants to do maple syrup on no budget. I don't know if the camera can pick this up very well, but we're getting to the end of this second day batch that I did. And as you can see, it's really, it boils up really well now. You know, it's real consistent. It changes, the boiling, you watch the boiling, it changes as the sugar levels go up. So you know you're getting close, and you get a slower, more even boil. And but it's hard to see. It's getting dark out, and we're getting some rain, so it's kind of slowing me down, but I'm just about finished here, and then I'm going to take it inside and start putting it in jars. Okay, and I brought this pan inside to finish it off. I keep it on the heat to keep it warm, and then I'm going to ladle it into jars that I've sterilized in the canner.
What's the worst that can happen is it could spoil. Now, everything I've ever read is if something is spoiled, you can't eat it.
Here's some of my last batch. And here's this batch. Same again, 4 half pints. So not much for all day's work. But this turned out like a real dark grade compared to my first batch. Well, this is what I got for maple syrup after 3 different runs. And they do vary from run to run. You know, we have some pretty thick stuff here. As you can see, it's pretty thick. And then, you know, more like traditional syrup. One actually jar turned to maple sugar when I canned it in there. But and I gave away a couple so far. I've been averaging about 15 gallons of sap, and then I get like about 4 half pints per run. That's about what I get. But it did turn out beautiful. So I hope this video helped you out understand how to make maple syrup on little or no budget. Thanks for watching. There we go, this better view. Good stuff.